Today I was going to talk about educating cis people. Is it a requirement? Simply put, no, it's not. But we all know that there's usually a lot of questions that come from cis people about a whole bunch of different things. Some of them nicer than the others, but overall we are not required to tell everyone our little secrets, because it's none of their business if you have how far you are in transition, how far you are planning to go in transition, and all that stuff. And just best way to do it is pretty much just say, I'm not comfortable with I'm not comfortable with answering this question. Question would be a way to say it. And for cis people, a question that you should ask is, are you okay with answering a few questions revolving your transition? If you feel uncomfortable at any time, please feel free not to answer. Just tell me no, and then I'm good. Something like that can help a lot, because that gives us in control a little bit. But instead of just like, I don't feel comfortable with answering this, but I already said yes, I'd answer some questions. So you need just giving us a little bit of a power, so then we can say no to it, is a huge thing. So then we actually still feel kind of like we have control of ourselves, and instead of just saying, no, I'm not even going to answer this, and it kind of seems like we're being rude because we just said we're going to answer this. So there's that there. So ways to, like I said, ways to counter that is asking permission to ask questions, and mentioning that if you don't have to answer the questions if you don't feel comfortable answering. So that's a huge thing to put in mind for because everyone's transition is different. I'm pretty open about certain things, and other people are not. So you can just ask different. Every trans person is different, so you can't be like assuming everyone is okay with saying, let's say, their birth name, or say that they want certain surgeries, or they've had certain surgeries and all that stuff. So just like every person is different, so we have to put that in mind. So just because let's just say Susie was okay saying that about her birth name, and then someone being like, yeah, just someone else said that they were okay saying their birth name, but then you ask me that, no, it's different person to person, so I'm not gonna be like, I'm personally not comfortable with saying mine, so that's just it. So plain out, give us the authority to say no to your questions, pretty much, and don't make us feel like we're forced to answer your questions, because we might not want to, or we might not feel comfortable, or we just might not know. So that's the thing, is that we don't always want to answer questions, and we shouldn't be required to answer questions to take care of your cis curiosity. With that being said, a great way to help your cis curiosity is go on Google and look things up. We're not Google, we just live it. Google has millions of people who are answering those questions for you, most likely. Like, obviously, if it's like a personal question which is, what is so and so's birth name? Nah, that probably won't happen unless they're very out and open. And so just Google just random questions, being like, what is dysphoria? What does bottom surgery look like? What is top surgery? Whatever you want to do, you can just pretty much look it up on Google. We are not Google, we just live it. But if you look it up on Google, it does not invalidate us and feel like we are forced to answer your questions when we are not comfortable to. That's basically my little feel about if we're required, if we should answer cis people's questions. Just point out, just if you're comfortable, go ahead, but make sure that they know that you might not answer every question depending on how you feel, or just say, look it up on Google, pretty much. So yeah.